are listening to, you are absolutely listening to the George Espenlaub Show, coming to you live from the Funny Farm. Now, with no further ado, here comes Georgie!
Thank you. Oh, y'all give me that warm, fuzzy feeling when you do that here at the Funny Farm Radio Studio. You just make me feel so good. I don't know why you're laughing at me, but you still make me feel so good. You're all, you're out there. You're out there, for lack of a better term. Anyhow, thank you for tuning in. It is high noon in Denver. That's Denver, Colorado. It's high noon in Denver, and it is 2 p.m. In fact, it's 2:03 p.m. here on the East Coast in our world. And we're delighted to have you tune in with us. And it is just wonderful. And Mrs. Espenlaub's in the chat room. She said hi. So hi, Mrs. Espenlaub. It's good to hear from you. I almost said it's good to see you. It's good to hear from you. Chat room is open. Come on in, ask questions, bounce your comments around, mingle with people, dance. It's probably better when you come in if you just take your shoes off and kick your sandals off your shoes, your sneakers, whatever you got on. Just kick them off and just barefoot it and get out here on the dance floor with the rest of these people and just have you a good time. We are featuring the music of Niya Nolting this afternoon. We had Niya on almost a year ago. In fact, it was 11 months ago to this date. We had him on 9/27 last year. The reason I know that, it was my birthday. And I remember that vividly because we had such a wonderful, wonderful time. Anyhow, we're going to feature the music of Niya, and we're going to do two things. And if my one-half brain cell serves me right and it doesn't go dim, and I'll mention it again perhaps several times in the radio show as soon as I get this frog out of my throat. Nonetheless, today we are featuring Niya's music. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Niya will be on our live stream show. We'll be streaming live into Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch TV, and the Espenlaub. She will be live with us tomorrow night, and we'll be discussing many, many, many things about the music industry and all the things that's taken hold, many of them not for the good, since we've had this thing come down upon us. But she'll be with us tomorrow night, and I'll mention more about that later on. But whether you're down the street, around the corner, across America, or somewhere around this great big world, you are in for a musical treat this afternoon. So as I already said, please come into the chat room, share with us your comments, ask questions, and just mingle with other people that come in. And don't be afraid. Wonderful people come here. So, with no further ado, as Charlie always says, Niya, welcome.
Hi. Hello. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Little discombobulated, but that's norm for me. If I would ever get straightened out, what they call straightened out, I'd be a mess for sure. I kind of like being discombobulated.
I agree.
I function better that way.
We're going to keep you as is.
It has been 11 months to the day, Niya, since we've had you on the radio.
Wow.
And the reason why I told people the reason why I remember is because 1 month from today, I will have another birthday. And
Yay.
you were on last September 27th when I had my birthday.
Yeah.
So it's been 11 months to the day. And a lot of things have taken place since then, hasn't it?
Right. We had no clue it was down the road back then.
And
Yeah.
we'll talk about some of your ventures tomorrow night when we get you on screen on camera. But we had you on in September, and then I believe it was it February that you went to New Zealand?
Yes, February. Yep. We had 14 days there. It was amazing. Just beautiful. And the people were so nice.
If you have any pictures, email me some pictures, and we'll put them up on the screen tomorrow night if you so desire.
Absolutely, I shall.
Because I know that I was following you when you were in New Zealand, and you had some beautiful pictures up, and you talked about how nice the people were, and just the whole 9 yards. But no, we didn't know what was just around the corner, and you got back just in the nick of time, right?
Right, just in the nick of time. We were wearing masks to be super careful, but we got out of there before they closed down New Zealand completely to tourists. So it was a little miracle right there.
Wow. Let me let me tell people about your website here. You can go to Niya, that's Niya, niyamusic.com, and there you can read and see and look and hear all about it. She's got her home page and about and all the music and photos and shows and the store. And I do want to emphasize to folks, it's nice to be able to download playlists and all this. But in this time, within this industry, and they have really, I can't emphasize enough, they have really taken a hit, like many other industries, but they have really taken a hit. The venues are closed, everything's locked up, shut down. Go to the store and purchase these things, this music. It will help the musicians tremendously. And this is their livelihood. This is what they do. Just like a construction worker or a truck driver or any other person out there that has a skill. This is their skill. This is their livelihood. This is what they do. This is how they make a living. So please go to the store, niyamusic.com, and check it all out. But before you leave, go to the store and get you some fine tunes. And the thing about it is, you keep these things for a long time. I always tell people, years from now, you can sit in your rocking chair and listen to what you purchased in 2020. So do that. You'll be doing them a tremendous favor. You'll be supporting them. And I know that they'll be happy that you did such a thing as that. So, Niya, let's start this thing out with old Muddy Waters. How about that?
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends, Romans, and countrymen, Muddy Waters. It's High Noon in Denver. We're featuring the music of Niya Nolting. Niya, I remember the first time I could not say your name right, your first name right, and I remember how you told me to say knee, like your knee, yeah. So
that's right.
And every time I say your name, I think of knee, yeah. So
Yay!
yeah.
Yay.
So see that stuck with me. That's one of the few things that stuck with me over the years.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, that is off of your album entitled what?
Through the Matter.
Through the Matter. And you can
That's
go
right.
to her website. Please go to her website, Niya, Niya music.com. And there you can read all about it, hear all about it, and see all about it, if that makes any sense at all. I know that you're a very busy lady, and I'm sure that you'll share with us tomorrow night. But during this time of shutdown, lockout, and all that other good stuff, you're probably doing a whole lot of writing.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I haven't stopped since I got back from New Zealand. I was writing about New Zealand, and then this all hit, and yeah, then it just set me in the overdrive. When there's a lot of emotional stuff going on around me, I feel precarious, and writing helps me center and ground myself, and actually it saves my life, I feel like. So.
I write, and I've been writing for years, but do songwriters get what we call a writer's block? I call it a brain cramp. That's what I call it. Or in my case, it's when my one half brain cell just completely dims out, and I have to wait for it to fire up again. But do y'all get those type of times where just nothing comes?
Yeah, we do. It's usually when you're, busy living, you just, but as I've grown older and have been writing more and more, now it's just flows, and I don't have those times anymore. But I did when I was younger, and I started writing quite a bit. When you first start writing, you're like, what do I write about? I don't know where to start.
Life would be a good start, right? I mean, every the things that happen to us in life, I've always found that amazing that songwriters can take things regardless of what they are, good, bad, indifferent, ugly, whatever, and they can turn that in and put it on paper and put tunes to it and make a real life song out of it that not only came from the writer, but it affects people that's going through the very same thing as the writer went through. Is that correct?
Absolutely. It's like a navigation through the pain. And yeah, it you need to connect through that story to other folks. I think the whole point of it, the whole point in writing, is to make something beautiful out of something that's hard and difficult and sometimes ugly. Then you feel like you've done something.
It's
not just
Go ahead.
You're not just surviving it. You're making something out of it. It makes you feel better, and then other people feel better too.
It's good therapy.
That's cool. Oh boy, definitely therapy. No doubt about it. I think when you first start writing, it's definitely more therapy than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
But then as the years go by, your mind, I think it felt like to me it opened up. And so then I felt like I could write about much more than just what I was going through. And so that's been the real fun and thrill for me, is developing tunes over time and seeing them grow and change. That's the most exciting thing about writing.
It's like opening up the recesses of your soul.
Absolutely.
Going into places that only are there, but yet you make yourself vulnerable, but yet you're willing to open those doors into those places that other people can see and hear and feel exactly what you see and hear and feel.
Exactly. It's quite a feeling to translate that information that comes from these very private places and to put them out for people to see and feel. You feel really vulnerable. And sometimes some songs are so deep with me that it'll take me 6-8 months to actually get it to a state where it's remotely finished, because it takes that much time for me to get through the emotion that it takes to create it.
Amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, Not for Sale.
I dig myself out of one hole, got 10 more to go. This state is out of control. Won't stop, never know. You want me, you can't have me. I'm not for sale. Nah, nah, no. Nah, nah, no. Nah, nah, no. Nah, nah, no. I'm on a big pirate ship, about to walk the plank. The sharks circling around with their interest rates. You want me, you can't have me. I'm not for sale. You want me, you can't have me. I'm not for sale. Nah, nah, no. Nah, nah, no. Nah, nah, no. Nah, nah, no. It's like a big bottomless pit. Look down, can see the ground. More questions than answers. The vultures circling around. You want me, you can't have me. I'm not for sale. You want me, you can't have me. I'm not for sale. Nah, nah, no. Nah, nah, no. No, no, no. No, no, no. Let's sing this big pirate ship. Let's watch this bitch go down. No more paycheck to paycheck. Let's level the ground. You want me, you can't have me. I'm not for sale. You want me, you can't have me. I'm not for sale. I'm not for sale. I'm not for sale.
And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Not for sale. Lest I forget, you have a lot of family and friends and loved ones down in New Orleans. How did they fare with the hurricane?
Everybody's okay because my family is Slidell, New Orleans area, so they're just getting rain and wind and no flooding so far. So I think they're going to be okay. I'm worried about the rest of the folks over there because it looks pretty bad from the. It looks really bad from the news.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we need to keep those folks in our prayers. A lot of devastation, a lot of heartache.
Yeah.
And once again, people's world has been turned upside down.
Yeah. And the stress. When you live down there, sure, you're used to hurricanes coming, but like a big one like this, and then they throw out, it's like, could be like Katrina. You just say Katrina, and there aren't, everybody's stressed about it, and it's a thing that just never goes away.
Yeah, and on top of all that, we have this COVID thing, and just everybody's world's been turned upside down anyhow, and then you have an event like this. I sit and I think, just about every day, I'll sit and think about people in general. and what they must be feeling, because perhaps they're financially ruined. The stress level has gone to the top, over the top. The fear, the anguish, the uncertainties, everything that's surrounding them. I sit and think, my goodness, the emotional roller coaster that people are on right now is just in and of itself devastating. The psychological damage that's been done by all this stuff is going to have an effect on people for decades to come.
Absolutely.
And then you throw
Yeah.
something like this in. My oh my oh my, it's just terrible. We really need to uphold each other in prayer and take care of each other. I mean, a kind word, a smile, looking somebody in the eye and say I love you, it can make all the difference in the world for somebody. And we just hope that these folks can somehow get a hold of their bootstraps and pick themselves up one more time down in that area. And my oh my, but we really need to keep them in prayer. Shiny Apple, how did you ever come up with Shiny Apple?
Shiny Apple, I wrote about how vulnerable I felt having a beautiful young daughter out in the world, and how I couldn't protect her when she's out in the world, and that's where Shiny Apple comes from. That I'm singing that there's good and there's bad. I'd rather go back to the world where it was all good, and we didn't have to worry about all that bad. It's totally me being that pathetic optimist that I am. I can still hold out hope that we can get there someday.
Shiny Apple.
Angels are made from devils, and devils are made from angels, and angels are made from devils, and devils are made from angels.
Well, I was walking down the street one day when I saw a little boy in the midst of play. I said, why you so sad, little boy? So sad with those little boy toys. And he said, make me, break me. Oh, make me, break me. Oh, make me, break me. But don't you set me out on a limb. Don't you set me out on a limb. And I was walking down the same street another day when I saw a little girl in the midst of play. I said, why you so sad, little girl? So sad with your little girl curls. And she said, make me, break me. Oh, make me, break me. Go ahead and make me, break me. But don't you set me out on a limb. Don't you set me out on a limb. Why do we do this to ourselves? I said, why'd you pull the apple from the tree? Why'd you pull the apple, Adam and Eve? Why'd you pull the apple from the tree? Did you really think we'd be free? Did you really think we'd be free? Well, I'm going back to the Garden of Eden, going back to where the rivers run free. I'm going back to the Garden of Eden, where everything's perfect and nobody's free. I'll make me, break me. I'll make me, break me. I'll make me, break me. Set me free, but don't you set me out on a limb. Don't you set me out on a limb. Shiny red apple, tasty, delicious apple. Damn that red apple. Why do we do this to ourselves?
disciple. Why do we do this to ourselves?
Well, that's got a real story to it. Why do we do this to ourselves? Yeah. I found out a long time ago I am my own worst enemy.
Mm-hmm.
And I have gotten myself into predicaments throughout life that if I wouldn't have gotten myself into predicaments, I wouldn't have been in a predicament, if you can understand all that.
Totally.
But it was me, myself, and I that did it. And I had nobody to blame but me, myself, and I. And there's a real story in Shiny Apples. I like that.
Thanks.
I somewhat hesitate just because of the word hurricane. And I know it has a
that's actually, it's about unrequited love. Hurricane.
Yeah,
so it's not about a real hurricane.
I knew it wasn't about a storm type hurricane. It was just I was sitting here looking at the word hurricane. I just today of all days. But here we go, hurricane.
Why do you fade away like the wind of a hurricane from me, always from me? Why do you run away? Why don't you stop and stay with me, always with me, with me, always with me? It's high up in the mountains, it's deep down in the sea. It's way out in the desert, as far as you can get from me. It's high up in the mountains, it's deep down in the sea. It's way out in the desert, as far as you can get from me. Why do you fade away? Why don't you stop and stay with me, always with me, with me, always with me?
That's music that you can sit down, kick back, close your eyes and just absorb it. I like that. I like that.
Yay. Yay.
Tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, make sure, and you'll see all the information up on our show page tomorrow, make sure that you tune in, because we will have Niya with us tomorrow night, live on camera. You'll not only get to hear her today and her music today, you'll get to see her tomorrow night. And so mark that down. You'll see all the promo material and all that good stuff flinging out through cyberspace. So make sure you tune in tomorrow night for the George Espenlaub Show, and we'll be live streaming into a whole bunch of social media platforms. So help us spread the word. One more time, please make sure that you go to Niya's website, Niya, N-I-Y-A Music, niyamusic.com, and there you can hear all of her music, purchase her music, do yourself a favor. I know you'll be glad that you did, and they will too. Niya, before I play this other, I like this, Pay the Rent. I like Pay the Rent.
Pay the rent.
Yeah, I've listened to that I don't know how many times over the past months, but Pay the Rent. Pay the Rent. Before I play that, we're going to let you go because I know you're very, very busy, and then we're just going to finish spinning out these tunes and featuring your music here at High Noon in Denver. But
thank you, George.
I'm anxious. I'm anxious for tomorrow night to get here because I think we're going to have us a very, very good time on our live stream show. I think people are just going to love you.
Yay.
And so, wow. With that being said,
thank you, George.
Thank you for coming on this afternoon. Thank you for sharing your music with us. And we'll spin the rest of these songs out for the people to hear, and we'll push it out. And ladies and gentlemen, you can come back and listen to the show again. You can download it. You can download it as many times as you want, distribute it where you want, do with it what you want. It'll be heard on YouTube and Spotify and iHeartRadio and all those places out there, iTunes, Google, blah, 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 all those places. So you can continually listen to it, come back, listen to it, download it, listen to it. You can just flat out listen to it. Niya, thank you very, very much. I will see you tomorrow night, and I trust God.
Mañana.
Okay, and I trust God will keep you right in the center of his hand.
Yes. You as well, George.
All righty. See you later.
Adios.
Well, adios. That, ladies and gentlemen, is Niya Nolting. She will be with us tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on our live stream show. And I guess we better go pay the rent.
But 'cause I don't owe that to you. Let's paint it pretty, let's make it white. Make love in the bright lights. Don't tell me, I won't tell you. Don't you tell me, I won't tell you the truth. The God-awful truth. Tornado tearing up the city. Monsoon making ugly from pretty. Sometimes what I love you too. If it died between me and you, don't you tell me, I won't tell you. Don't you tell me, I won't tell you. 'Cause I love to delude myself. I love to delude myself. I love to delude myself from the truth. The God-awful truth. You go east, I go west. Our hearts know what's best. To avoid our regrets before we've done anything yet. Don't tell me, I won't tell you. Don't you tell me, I won't tell you. 'Cause we know the truth. You're afraid of me, I'm afraid of you. And hearts unmade the same in me. From blood, guts, and juice. Don't you tell me, I won't tell you. Don't you tell me, I won't tell you the truth. Don't you tell me, I won't tell you. Don't you tell me, I won't tell you the truth.
That was Beyond by Niya Nolting. You're listening to High Noon in Denver, and we're featuring the music of Niya Nolting. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, she will be with us on our live stream show, so you'll not only hear her and her music today, you will see her tomorrow night, and we'll be discussing so many, many, many things. I think we'll be shooting some pictures up of her tour in New Zealand. Just a whole bunch of stuff. So tune in tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time on the George Espenlaub Show page on Facebook, and you will see her live and in person. We also want to tell you that my brain cell is now going dim. It happens at least once every time we broadcast, whether it's on the radio or whether it's our live stream show. So I'll come back to that later. Come on, Espenlaub. You are one tremendous mess, and that's all there is to it. My oh my. We had with us on Monday night film director Ricky Borba, who was the film director for My Brother's Crossing. He was the film director. They shot all the footage, did the whole movie in Virginia. It is a tremendous, tremendous story. JT and Terry Lee Clark wrote the book In the Blink of an Eye. You can go to mybrotherscrossing.org and get you a copy. You have to get a copy of this book. It has changed the life of hundreds, if not thousands. The movie is going to be out, and we're getting closer and closer to the date of release. The movie is going to be out September 3rd. It's just a matter of days until the movie is released. It's going to be released in theaters across the nation where the states are open, where theaters are open. You can go to mybrotherscrossing.org, and you can see a list of the states and the cities in those states that will have the movie playing in theaters in your area. Here in our area in Delaware, our theaters are not open. We're still locked up, shut down, and all those things. So we might have to do some traveling in order to see this. But it's a tremendous, tremendous movie taken from the book In the Blink of an Eye by J.T. and Terry Lee Clark. It will move you. It is most thought-provoking. It will change your life. It will really minister to you. So go to mybrotherscrossing.org and read all about it. Find out what theaters are open in your state, where you can go and see this, and please don't miss it. And get you a copy of that book. We had a copy, and I'm not really sure where it's at now because it's been circulating through the family, and other people that I know have purchased copies of it, and they're doing the same thing. Family and friends, they're just handing it off. One reads it, gives it to somebody else, they give it to somebody else, so on and so forth. It's a tremendous read, and just go to mybrotherscrossing.org, and you can get you a copy right there, and you can see what theaters that this movie is going to be showing in what states. So we are featuring the music of Niya Nolting. And
I was raised below sea level, down at the mouth of the Mississippi Delta. A little Italian girl with the voice of a lion in the I live now in the Colorado Rockies. Got some land up on Humboldt Creek. Living large with my hubby and my kitty. We're just living the dream. Yeah, baby, we're just living the dream. But when I walk in my Crescent City, give me a fried shrimp po' boy. I go down to the cafe. I do more to get my beignets, to get my beignets. And when I'm yearning, oh, when I'm yearning, I need a little TLC from the family. I get the New Orleans blues. I get the New Orleans blues. I get the New Orleans blues. I get the New Orleans smoke billows up from your cup. Sunlight trickles in like a soft rain. Peaceful warm kisses on my skin. And I don't have to push, and I don't have to
Crescent City sleeps as the lights go out. It's my favorite time of night, your hand in mine. And I don't have to push, and I don't have to ride, and I don't have to try, 'cause it all comes easy. It all comes easy, yeah. 'Cause it all comes easy, yeah. Like a morning high.
And you're listening to High Noon in Denver, featuring the music of Niya Nolting. And you're listening to the George Espenlaub Show, coming to you live from the Funny Farm in a place called Our World. That's right, it's our world. It's not like your world, it's our world, and it's a whole lot safer here than it is in your world. Yes, there are many, many characters. I use the word characters loosely. There are many, many characters here at the Funny Farm, and each and every one of them has a voice. Miss Ernestine, Harvey, Charlie, Dorothy, David the driver. It goes on and on and on and on. If you'd like to read more about it, just go to the Espenblog. That's THEESPENBLOG, the Espenblog.com. And there you can read all about the Funny Farm. And you can read some very serious articles that has been written by myself and Ed Temple. Ed has his own section on there called Ed Said. So you can read all about it. There's videos up there of some of our shows. You can listen, excuse me, you can listen to this show as we go live right there on the espenblog.com. Just click on that little arrow and off you go. You'll hear the show. Yeah, that was pretty good, wasn't it? Off you go, you'll hear the show. Anyhow, remember, you can listen to any episode that we have done simply by going to Spreaker.com. In that little search box up there, just type in the George Espenlaub Show. It'll take you to all of our past and present productions. You can listen to them over and over and over again. You can download one, some, or all and distribute them, give them out, send them out, ship them out, do whatever you want to do with them, and it doesn't cost you a penny. Not only that, you can listen to our show on iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes, Google, all those places that you can listen to things. So we're out there. We are in foreign lands, and we appreciate all of our friends that listens in India and England and Australia and New Zealand, and it goes on and on and on and on and on and on. Canada, blah, 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 blah. So we are down the street, around the corner, across America, and around the world, and we thank you so much for your support. We thank you for tuning in this afternoon as we featured High Noon in Denver with Niya. Remember, Niya, with Niya Nolting and her music. Wonderful, wonderful music. Tomorrow night, she will be on our live stream show, live and in person. You'll see her on camera, and we have much and much to talk about. Her music and a whole bunch of other things. So make sure you tune in tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I know that you're in for a treat, so you can start spreading the word. We'll start putting the promo material out there tomorrow morning, letting people know where, when, and all that good stuff. So join us tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, for Miss Niya, live and in person. It's been a delightful afternoon. I want to thank Niya once again for spending some time with us on the show this afternoon. I know she's a very busy lady. Lots to do, and lots to do. Please take the time to go to her website, Niya, N-I-Y-A, NiyaMusic.com, NiyaMusic.com. And there you can read all about it, listen to her music, see the all the pictures, the photos, and so on and so forth. Contact her and go to the store and please purchase. These musicians are having a rough time in their industry because the venues are closed. The live gigs, for the most part, are shut down. So please support these musicians and go buy their music. And you'll be glad that you did, and I know they will be glad also that you did. So support them. We're going to move on out of here this afternoon. I get this frog out of my throat somehow, some way. Anyhow, Below the Watermark. And then we're going to close it out with one of my favorites, Pay the Rent. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, whether you're down the street, around the corner, across America, or somewhere around this great big world, I say a hearty thank you for taking the time to tune in this afternoon to be with us as we featured Denver, or High Noon in Denver, with Niya Nolting. And tomorrow night she'll be with us on our live stream show. I thank you very, very much for taking the time. Please spread the word, pass the word, share this on whatever devices you share with. Get it out there and tell people they can listen to it again simply by going to Spreaker.com or coming on to the George Espenlaub Show on Facebook, and you click right there and bounce right into it, so on and so forth. And I thank you for each and every one of you that's tuned in, for those that are going to tune in, for those that are going to download, for those that have offered their support, their kind words, and all those good things. From me, Charlie, Miss Ernestine, Gertrude Duflicky, Harvey, and the whole gang here at the Funny Farm, I say thank you, God bless you, and I'll see you tomorrow night on our live stream show. And we're going to let Niya take us on out of here with Below the Watermark. And then we're going to sign out with Pay the Rent.
Below the watermark is where my family lives. Below the watermark is where my history is. Buried deep down in the mud, I wish so bad I could dig it up, but I'm a million miles away, but I'm right here. It's an illusion and a disgrace to scratch at the walls and pull them out of place. It's not what you really want to do, but something's cooking inside of you. I'm a million miles away, but I'm right here. Oh, I'm a million miles away, I'm still here. It's the lie I cannot take. It's only things that don't matter anyway. Makes me so mad I could split in two so you could see the mud buried in my room.